What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm Spin, and this is my survival. Today has been one of those days where everything goes wrong. I'll probably get into it a little later what happened, but basically, I ended up probably playing about 2 hours. I was going to do this like super long, my voice is even going out, super long episode, and I noticed when I went to stop the recording that I wasn't recording. So, without further ado, let's get back to it. So, let me just show you, well, as you can see, I have an enchanted pick in my hand, and a lot of stuff has changed. I built an enchanting table. As you can obviously tell, like I had promised, I found diamond. And I'm going to find diamond again this episode. I actually did some research after I filmed the last episode didn't film the last episode, just played through the last episode. So as you can see, the books aren't really positioned right, but for some reason we're still getting level 30 enchantments on these. So I don't really know what's up with that. Let me show you just what's in the chests. As you can see, I mined a crap load trying to find the diamond until I finally did. I'll show you a bit of what's outside here. I'm going to redo this whole area. I extended these back out, these wheat farms, all the way to back here, and at the time the only reason I didn't go further is because resources were scarce, and I wanted the whole episode to be about diamond, which it was, but you guys weren't here. And then over here I put a little farm. This is just a temporary farm, by the way. I want to make most of this stuff automated, but as you can see, it's kind of, it's real messy out here, all these weeds. So, I'm not too sure what I'm going to do this episode. I keep speaking of the episode I didn't record as an episode, even though it's kind of not. I think I'm going to just kind of up all of our resources. As you can see, I have a lot of redstone. That was from mining and trying to find diamond. And I did find diamond, as you can see. I think my first rack was a 4, and then I found a second rack, which was 4. Now that you guys are actually here, because I was smart enough to click the button, I'm going to be finding more diamond. I'm probably going to try to at least find 2, not stacks of diamond, but I call them like stacks just because they're usually stacked on top of each other. They haven't been lately. I've been finding kind of weak diamond reserves. I'm hoping to find a better reserve somewhere, or a better, what would you call that, a vein? A diamond vein? This episode, because they've only been 4, and the first one I found, I was like, okay, first thing, pickaxe, second thing, enchanting table, and then I realized that, I wasn't going to be able to make all the stuff I wanted with the diamond that I had, so I ended up having to go find more. I forgot that enchantment tables take diamond, which kind of sucks, but, whatever. We got our enchantment table there. I guess that's the moral of the story. That's all that really matters. So, yeah, it's coming together. It's starting to get there. I think over here on this area, somewhere over here, because this is probably going to be like a little fishing spot that I want to make, and I plan on building around this city and creating more stuff. My house right now is just kind of temporary, just so we can get all the basics. As you can see, I've acquired quite a large amount of cobblestone, which is going to be used in the build. I don't really want to use just cobblestone. I want to go for probably cobblestone, smooth stone. I want to try to find some clay so we can do some brick and other things. I want to get away from just doing the flat designs that are, not flat as in, because it's so hard to explain. I get all caught up when I'm talking about this kind of stuff, but see how these walls are flat? I want to stay away from that, which I have been with most of my builds, but I also want to stay away from just using cobblestone and wood like this. I kind of want to do a lot more with it. Okay, yeah, I already cleaned this place out. So I'm probably going to try to decide, where I'm going to, because I need to go to the Nether sometime soon. I do need to prepare before I go to the Nether, so, that's going to require a bow and stuff, which I want to have enchanted, and hopefully, if I'm lucky enough, get Infinity on there. That way, we can survive. Because the gas get you. That's what sucks. So yeah, there you go. There's my diamond. How many do I have? Is that 2? I think so. So, hopefully by the end of this episode, if we're finding 2, I'm jumping on the bed a little bit. Well, I think, I'm thinking about 8, hopefully. Hopefully by the end of this episode, we'll have 8 additional, so 10 total. We can start, hopefully going towards... I'm cheap as... I'm super cheap. Oh, there's another diamond. Good. I'm really cheap when it comes to this kind of stuff, so what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm probably going to end up creating diamond armor and a sword, and that's going to be specifically for our battle. Hopefully I can find more diamond. I've been really trying to decide if, mining is something that I need to do on camera or not. I mean, obviously this episode I'm going to. And so I can also explain some stuff, because I know that there's some people who don't really know about like the levels and where the best levels to find diamond are. So I'm gonna prove some of that theory here today. But yeah, like I was saying, I don't know if I'm gonna do like a set of armor that's going to be specifically meant for the end. I'll probably have to enchant a few before I get exactly what I want, so maybe I'll just wear the rejects. Okay, what am I gonna need here? I need a better organization system. I think I've gotten to the point where I'm going to need to seriously like start thinking about long term, and maybe building like a storage facility. Once again, I would prefer to build something automated, but for right now, I mean, I guess it is possible. I have the materials, but I'd much prefer putting it in something that's going to be permanent. I could use that building that's right on the side of our mine shaft, but I don't know if I'm going to tear that down. I kind of wanted this place to be like the little city, and then I have a castle on the outside of it. I haven't decided yet. I don't know how long this series is going to run, how long 60 episodes is going to take us, and if Minecraft is going to put in horses before then. Hopefully they do. And if they do that, I definitely want to have the room to build, like a barn and stuff. But, I mean, as you can see outside, you can see the cows out there and the pigs. I've already kind of made a barn. I remember, and this is how long it's been since I've farmed. When I last farmed, I know that when when there was animals, they wouldn't stay there, and that was really crappy, because there was no point then having a barn, because you couldn't even kill what you had in there, because, if you got too far away from it, I think it was like a chunk away from it, it would despawn. Hopefully that's not the case. I don't believe so, because my animals seem like they're still there. I've bred some. So I think I'm going to just pretty up this place before we go down and mine. And also, let me know in the comments if you guys like seeing everything. If you want to see me build this whole place from the ground up, including mining, or if you'd just like me to do cuts to where, I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this, and then I cut and then come back and it's all done. But for now, I'm just going to stick with the basics. This is going to fall. There we go. Okay. I kind of like that lining up with that wall instead. Let me see. Yeah, I'm going to cut that off. Oop, I'm not creative. Blah, blah, blah. Also, I don't know, one of my friends asked me if he could join my survival, and I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to have 2 people, because 60 episodes for 2 people is actually, I think, way more than enough time. For one person, I think it's way more than enough time, but 2 people, it's ridiculous what you can get done. I mean, it's basically doubling your workload, especially if I, have somebody join me who knows what they're doing. Okay, yeah, that lines up a little better. Like I said, this is all just kind of temporary basic. I just hate looking at it the way it is. I need to light this up because I noticed things were spawning around here. The last thing I need is a zombie beating down my door. Ah, it's not gonna work, is it? Nope. Okay. Right here should. There we go. Also, for people who aren't too familiar with Minecraft, this is a way that I haven't mastered yet, as you can tell. But the water physics, the way it works is it kind of looks for, I think it's the block that's 5 or 6 away from your source block, and if it goes down, it'll go straight towards that. If it's not, it will just flood everywhere, and as you can see, it's really useful for weed, not preventage, weed control is what I'm trying to say. Come on, come on. Oh, crap, there we go. So yeah, you can pour it and it'll take all the weeds down if you're trying to get it nice and flat instead of having to pluck them all yourself. The other cool thing about that is, as you see is, or hopefully I've shown you, you can get wheat seeds. Oh crap, the water destroyed this. You can get wheat seeds from those weeds, so yeah, it's a really quick way of collecting those, is just pouring water on them and they'll all break and then you get your wheat seed. I saw that one over there in the corner. Yeah, there you go. You can see some of them, not all of them, produce wheat seed. This is bugging me, but I'm not going to do anything about it now. I'll just kind of light this up. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. I'll put some over here by the farm. Right. You know what? I need to get wood. That's going to bug me that it's level like that. I would preferably like a little gate I can walk through to my farm without using too much wood, because I have been trying to save it. Get rid of that. For when we're going to do our bigger build. That way... Do I want this so you can walk down the rows? Or... That or that? You know what? I think I know what I'm going to do. I think I'll just leave this middle right there. Or... yeah, no, I'm going to do that. Yeah, so see, we can just walk down this middle road, which is already wood, and get our stuff. I'll probably put like a fence there, or a wooden gate. Not like there's metal gates. But you get the gist of it. Also, comment below, should I be putting music in like the background? Because I finally found an awesome source. Royalty-free music, and that's also including like no upfront fee. So if you'd like music in the background, because I know sometimes it can kind of get a little dry, it's not going to drown out my voice. You don't have to worry about that. But just something in the background, let me know in the comments. I could try to do something with that. But yeah, as you can see, I need to make this mine higher because it takes forever to get down here. Like, so long that it's annoying. Oh crap. I'm almost dying of starvation. Did I bring food? I'm pretty sure I did. I'm smart enough to have brought in bread, at least. Oh. Ugh, this is another problem I'm having. I know that I didn't light it completely, but I thought I put enough so that they wouldn't be bothering me right here. I'm probably going to end up closing this area off later on once I explore this a little more. Oh, I bet you this is... oh, obviously I haven't been back here, else I would have pillaged this for all of its resources. Do I want to go back there? First, let's mine this. As you can see, my diamond pickaxe working wonders, like I had hoped. This did not get me what I wanted, by the way. I don't know if I had talked about this, but part of the reason I wanted enchanting so bad and I wanted a diamond pickaxe is I wanted... oh crap, I'm gonna fall in this lava. I wanted to get fortune. That way when we did find diamond, I could hit it and get like, I was going to say 5. Usually it's like 2 or 3 from each block. But I mean, that's phenomenal. That's way more than you get without it, which is, of course, 1, which sucks. Also, as a secondary wishful thing that I wanted, I was hoping to, if not get fortune, at least get silk touch, which I'm not even sure exists on the 360 edition. And for those of you who don't know, or maybe it's not even on 360, so that would make sense that you don't know if you don't play PC, silk touch allows you to basically mine blocks and keep them intact. So instead of turning them into diamond right there, you can take the blocks with you and place them and then mine them at a later time with, pick with fortune on it. And that's a really good way, if you don't have a pick with fortune, of saving all of your resources until you do. That way you can maximize the potential of all of the stuff you collect. And I mean, it only works on certain things. Of course, iron and gold, you have to smelt those, so you're not directly pulling from them when you break them. But for stuff like diamond, redstone, even gravel, so you can get flint, so that you can make bow and arrows, it's extremely helpful. It seems like I've been over here. I saw one of my torches, so I probably have. But obviously not up here, just because this is really close to lava. And I'm not that stupid. I'm feeling a little bit better now, just because I have this armor. I mean, it's not enchanted, doesn't have any fire protection or anything like that, but still, it's, come to think of it, I don't really even know if that does anything. I don't know if it helps you. But heck, it's armor. It should. In a real life situation, though, I think armor would probably be one of the worst things. Uh-oh, what's getting me? Wait a second. Oh, it's my hunger. I don't have food. Oh, and I just said that. I said, oh, I'm not stupid enough not to put down here without any bread. Sure enough. Oh, crap. Oh, and notice my luck. Creeper. Luckily, he's in water. Oh, I knocked him out of the water. So there goes that XP. Oh, there we go. I was able to salvage a little bit of that. I'm getting out of here. I see gold. I see iron down there. But I am starving of hunger. Probably gonna die. Oh, and another creeper. Great. Great. Oh, crap. Okay, that wasn't that bad. That is gonna destroy all my stuff. I don't know if they can destroy furnaces. Furnaces. There you go. Like I said, today has been one of those days. The Minecraft situation was just part of it. And dying from hunger, part of it as well. I started off my day late. I accidentally woke up a little later than I should have. And I was originally giving myself time to record Minecraft. That way I could set it all up before I went to class, and by the time I got home it would be done rendering, and I could just post. That didn't happen, obviously. If you're watching this, it's probably Tuesday. Today it's Monday. And oh, what a Monday it has been. I saw Riddick last night, the new one. It was shocking because Vin Diesel was in it. No, it wasn't too bad of a movie. It was a pretty good movie. There's bad, good, pretty good, decent, excellent, and then, of course, spin, which is, like, outrageously awesome. And I don't give that rating to anybody except myself for my YouTube videos. So, like I said, we are going to say screw that and go down and mine some stuff. Hopefully find some diamond. So, okay, this is what I was talking about. This is bedrock, and this is 1. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. You can find levels on 1, 2, and 3, but diamond starts really, your chances get higher and higher as you go up. till I think it's about level 10, I want to say. So in between 3 and 10, I would really say 3 and 7 is going to be your best bet. So I'm going to go up here, just because I've been encountering lava a little too much at the level that I was currently at. So I'm going to come up about 2 or 3 levels. I think I came up 3 levels. And we're just going to mine. And you'll notice that it's not just a good level to mine because of diamond, but on this level it's also good because you're going to find redstone. Coal is going to be not horribly rare, but not horribly common. You're going to find iron, redstone, and then most crucial, most important, and the whole reason we're doing this is to find diamond. And I'm doing just a demonstration. I mean, obviously you've seen from earlier how long it can take with a pickaxe that's made out of iron. I wanted to say steel at first, just because how it looks. I guess I think of iron, when I think of iron, I think of cast iron, which everyone knows is that nice charcoal black. Now, okay, this is something else that I realize. Your screen's probably pretty much black right now. I can see this on my screen because, there, I'll put a light to you. I have the brightness up, like, all the way, just because it makes it a little quicker. But on yours it's going to be a little dark for just a few moments while I'm mining. I'll put lights as frequently as I possibly can, just so you guys can see. But yeah, back to the iron thing. It's a lot faster than wood. And the other thing is, if you have a stone pickaxe or even a wood pickaxe, you're not going to be able to get diamond, and I think even redstone. I might be wrong. So you at least need iron to get diamond. Very crucial, very important. And did I bring a shovel? I'm hoping. I think I did. Once I run into a nice big patch of gravel or a nice big patch of dirt, I'll end up probably pulling out my shovel if I did bring one. Hopefully I did, else I'm going to end up punching a lot of gravel and dirt out of the way. But the way I do mining, it's a lot different than a lot of people do, because a lot of people do the 3-strip mine. They'll like have a predetermined number that they'll go back. And don't get me wrong, that's I in my experience from what I've tried, it's about the same amount of time to strip mine doing the 3-2-3 method, which is you dig a two slot, or you could even do a 1-3-1 thing, and that's another method of finding diamond. There's the 2-3-2 and the 1-3-2, and basically what you're doing is you're mining one out, and you'll go back with that one, and then the one next to it you're going to count over 3 blocks and then mine again. And that's because diamond will always spawn in a 4 block patch. Let me see. There was something I was going to say. I can't remember. Oh yeah, so that's the whole reason you don't have to go any closer than 3, is because chances are, I don't think there has ever been a chance. Well, then again, I wouldn't know because I didn't find it, but I don't think you can really miss diamond by doing the 3 method, which is always leave at least, or yeah, at the most 3 blocks in between, just because it'll show on one side. The way I do it is I just mine a straight trench, and luckily I did have my shovel, until I find diamond, and then I turn, which you really don't even have to do. You can just go straight from where you're at. But I usually turn to my left or my right, and then I'll start mining again, which you'll see here in a bit. I have to find diamond soon here. But you keep mining straight long enough, you're going to run into diamond. It's almost a guarantee at these levels. That's why I'm not stressing it. And like I said, I at least want to find 2 patches, so you'll see, that the consistency is there. And you'll see that it's about the same length between my holes, oddly. Let me rephrase that. it's going to be about the same distance from the starting point, uh, until diamond. There it is. Yes, diamond, diamond dance. Okay, so I know this is a myth. I heard this a long time ago, but I've always heard, and I know this is a myth because I've looked at the coding, that if you mine around the diamond, it's more likely to spawn more diamond than if you just mine it straight out of where you found it from. So as you can see here, this is obviously a 4 rack, which, as I told you, it comes in these patches of 4, and sometimes they'll be configured a little differently. Sometimes you'll have 2 on the top and then 2 on the bottom, but they'll always be 4 blocks wide if you're looking down at them. Sometimes the most I've ever seen has been 8. Most common is 4, and occasionally and more frequently than 8 you'll find 6. So that one right there was 4. So like I said, you turn a little bit and you just go. While I'm mining and looking for this diamond, I'll tell you what happened today that made today so epically horrible. It was like the reverse of a spin rating. So I wake up, my alarm's going off. It's the correct time, but I'm tired, so I'm just like, well, I'm going to lay here a little while and watch some Twitch. I end up falling back asleep, passing out for another, I think, extra hour. And I get up, and I'm like, crap, well, there goes Minecraft until I get home. So I was like, well, I still do have some extra time, so I decided, since my hair was getting long, I was going to cut my hair, and since my car was dirty, I was going to clean my car. So I cut my hair, I clean my car, I take a shower, I get ready for school, I head out, and I had allotted a little extra time because I needed to go to the bookstore to pick up my books for class, which I still hadn't purchased. Well, I had purchased them online, but there was this whole thing with the bookstore. Basically, 2 weeks into school, still no books, which is not very conducive to doing homework. So, anyway, I'm on my way to school, my freshly washed car, it starts raining. I'm like, great, that's awesome. And then I look in the rearview mirror, and I notice that I've missed this fairly large patch of hair on my head because I cut my own hair. So I'm already like, okay, this is not turning out to be the best day I've had. I've had far worse, but this isn't the best. But whatever. So I get to school. I go to the bookstore, and it's closed because they're renovating it. So apparently they hired some guy to sit at a table, which I don't know how they choose these people, but I'm like, hey dude, yeah, the bookstore is missing, if you haven't noticed. And he was like, oh yeah, they moved it across the street. And I was like, okay, well, which building is it? And he's like, oh, it's SC something something 58 something. I was like, what? It's some long ridiculous number. And I was like, well, I've had classes at the building across the street. Is it the one with the staircase that goes up the side, and they meet inside the building? And he was like, oh yeah, it's that one. So I go park at that building. I walk up the stairs. I'm looking around, searching. I accidentally end up walking into this big lecture hall. Professor's obviously in the middle of some sort of PowerPoint. So that was awkward. I walk out of there, and I finally figure out, after walking through the whole building, that the bookstore's not there, and that I'm already running late to class. So I finally just was like, whatever, I'm going to ask somebody. So I asked somebody where the bookstore is. They point me to this building that's across the other street. So I go over there, and sure enough, the bookstore's there. I reach into my bag, I grab my online receipt, because I've already paid for my books, I'm just there to pick them up. And she says that they're not processed yet. So now I'm like, okay, crap. Here, yes! Diamond, again. So like I was telling you, this is a proven method. Just use my method, it works. I'm awesome. I put that torch there because I'm going to be taking out the other torch. Long story short, my books aren't ready. So, yeah. I ended up missing that class. which I had to miss last class because I didn't want to go without my books. So this is 2 sessions in a row, plus it was Memorial Day or Labor Day or whatever that day is that we get off school in the fall. So I basically have missed like a week and a half in that class, and that's my math class. And if any of you have ever taken any college math, usually missing a week and a half is like missing an entire term. So yeah, that's not going to be fun to catch up. But before I started recording this, I brushed up on some stuff and finished up my homework for that, so I should be good. And the reason I can laugh at it now is because it's in the past. Look at that, 8 diamonds to cap off my horrible day. I end it with 8 diamonds. And hopefully later on tonight, some Diablo 3. We'll have to see, though. I don't know if my friend's going to bed early or not. They're way leveled up. I started playing the other night, and I think I played for like about 3 hours, and I went up to level 8, I want to say. And I love the heck out of that game. So hopefully I get to play that tonight. But I'm playing Minecraft, and this is by far one of my favorite games. And I mean, this right here, not just playing, but also recording content for you guys, is one of like the things that makes life livable sometimes. So as you can see, it's about the same distance from where we started from that to where I made the turn and found that other diamond. Maybe a little longer on the first one, now that I'm looking at it. But yeah, I love recording for you guys. I love playing Minecraft, and doing them both together is just, it's satisfying, like a Snickers. Because I'm no longer afraid of using brand names. I probably should be, but I'm not. I don't know why. Oh yeah, I was gonna patch this up. Oh, and look at that, a creeper. Here you go, creeper. I'm just gonna make you a nice little home back here. Cap you off. Sing you a lullaby. Put some night lights up for you. Well, I've successfully accomplished exactly what I wanted to accomplish, and that's to find diamond, which I did in the last episode, which I didn't record. And I know I said I am not going to do anything off camera, or I guess off capture. However, I can't foresee the idiotic future where I don't hit record. And hopefully I will take this as a lesson learned and not do that ever again. But in case I do, that's the only time that I will film off camera. That, and if you guys tell me that I am boring you to death with my just, mining and ranting, then in that case I will probably do stuff like that off camera. But post comments if you want, and tell me what you want to see. If I'm doing everything right, give it a thumbs up, because that lets me know I'm doing things right. So I think next time what we're gonna do here, or maybe even this time, because we're in the mines for quite some time. So I think I'm gonna straighten out everything in here first, and then up. I did not mean to make a crafting table. Oh well, I'll use it sometime. I think I'm gonna put a chest on top of these furnaces. I know you can't stack them real close to each other, so I'll just put them right in the center in front of this window. It's funny, I don't know if you guys can hear that, my phone's going off. When I was doing my homework, I had texted my buddies to see if they're playing Diablo 3, and sure enough they were. And then I was like, well, I really want to record and put out some Minecraft, so I'm going to do that. And I did that, and now I keep hearing my phone go off, which I'm pretty sure is them saying, hey dude, are you coming or not? So we'll see where that's at in a bit here. But it's going to be my cobblestone chest, because I am getting a lot of cobblestone, which I'm going to need to start cooking it into smooth stone so that I can make a smooth stone brick. It does take a long time to organize stuff, but I have noticed that it's worth it because in the long run, it will eventually save time. So you don't have to go through your chests and pick out individual cobblestone and then accidentally grab gravel. The other thing we're going to need to go on a mission and find, probably next episode, we're going to need to go find some sand. That way we can start producing some glass, because it's kind of crucial in builds. I'm going to do blocks, and then I also need to do panes of glass, because, I don't know, I just like the look of them. Our food right now is pretty good. We're pretty well set on food, just because we have that wheat farm, and wheat produces bread. Bread's very substantial as food, and I really don't see any need in spending too much time on food right now. Once we start doing our builds, you'll see me start to employ, hopefully, I wanted to see if I could, I haven't looked on YouTube yet to see if there is one that I could just build. But if there's not, I have this idea in my head for a cow farming thing that pumps out wheat, breeds them, and kills and cooks their meat and puts it in a chest. I don't think I can do that quite yet because there's not hoppers, but I think that there is a way of putting stuff in chests by using mine carts. I don't know. I seriously blend this world and my, so the Xbox 360 version and the PC version together, and that's not good because then you end up building large things that don't work. Usually because there's not hoppers. We're gonna go check on this. Oh, nice. That's lush. Yeah, I'm gonna take all of these down and collect all the sugar cane. However, I don't think I am going to turn all this into books, just because I plan on having a very large sugarcane farm once we do our bigger builds, and I'm going to need to plant sugarcane. So I'll just kind of think what I'll start doing from now on is I'll use half of it and then save the other half to be planted at a later time. That seems reasonable. Stuff grows so fast. I don't know if, this is because of the new update, but I noticed in the older ones, it didn't used to grow that fast. And this is another thing I did, and I don't know if this is my cool idea or if this is something that everyone knows, is I bring these back, like I'll find a water source like a pond or something, and I'll bring them back in rows like that. That way when you put it along, and not only does it maximize the area that you can put the wheat or the sugarcane, but also when you break it, if it falls into the water, it collects at the end, which is very convenient. So let me just clear out this, that way we can get all this wheat. And I need to keep in mind that I need to save some wheat for breeding as well. I keep forgetting to do that, and I'll end up with whoops, that one was already. I'll end up with one wheat to breed with, because, I make bread with all of it, which I don't eat that much. So, okay, good. Something else that I noticed that it had barely gotten called to my attention is, see how I'm walking over this and nothing's happening? I always thought that it did this, but it's only when you jump on it. So, note to self, don't jump on the farm, which, should kind of be obvious and goes without saying, but I need somebody to say it, so I guess I'll say it. That's another thing I hate is when you break the wheat too. Some of the seeds, some of the wheat will fall into the water right next to it, and it's more laziness than anything else, but it just takes so long to walk through water. I usually don't do it. So I saw something down there, but I'm not going to get it. Oh, fix that. Harvest that. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, that's my dirt mat. Dirt mat. It's basically so that I make sure and track them out into my house instead of the opposite of the dirt mat, which is to make sure you don't. Because I am smart. And I jump on my bed. And I want dirt on my bed. Just like I want crumbs on my bed. I don't know if you noticed that earlier, but when I was eating my bread, I like eating it over my bed. And I can't believe I just realized that those two words rhyme. So, I swear, there's order to this chaos. It doesn't look like it. It looks like just a bunch of crap. But I have, in the right-hand chest, the chest that's to our right, that has like all of the wood, saplings, precious metals, and then the chest that's on our furthest right is all of the food stuff, and then the chest to my left is like dirt and flint and bone and that kind of stuff. Kind of like a miscellaneous chest. It's kind of like vital, semi-vital. So the food would be vital, semi-vital would be like precious metals and stuff like that. I also have tools in the food chest. I probably need to change that. This is just kind of to, have everything in order right now. It's not necessarily... Because what I'd ideally do is I would put all of the tools in one chest, all of the metals in one chest, and so on and so forth. But I just don't have the space to do that right now, and I don't want to build something semi-permanent other than this. So this is probably the way it's going to be for like good 2-3 more episodes. Anyway, this has been killing me. Let's see, put them up here. I know this doesn't do anything for the enchantment table, but it just looks nice. And then I think I'm going to put these up. Oh, I'm out. Well, I'll get some more. Let's see, did that bring it up any? Nope, I think 30 is the max level. I'm gonna do some more research, after I end this for next episode. And I haven't really decided on a set schedule. I'm still kind of getting used to going to night classes. And, the whole thing with my girlfriend and time, I gotta figure out a pretty good, like a decent time where I can do this. I'm thinking that the best times would probably be Wednesday and Fridays. But, like I said, I'm gonna have to figure all that out. And get a nice set schedule. That way you guys know when to watch these. Or when to look for them, rather, on your YouTube channel feed. Which they should just be popping up now that I think about it. But we'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Give it a thumbs up.